I'm from yesterday, Sugar's owner, and I just want to know more information about the surgery.
Okay.
Because I really don't want to give up on him if
Yeah.
I don't have to.
Okay.
I asked Dr. Raines and she just said it would be 1,500 to 2,000. And then I got an actual estimate.
The only reason I'm rechecking is because I remember someone called me, I think yesterday morning I think it's yesterday morning. Someone called me saying 4,000 to 5,000, all the way up to 15,000.
Yeah, no, not here. That might be at the emergency clinic or where Dr. Raines would have referred you to.
Yeah,
But
that's
I don't think it's going to be that much. How much did she
She
say?
said 1,500 to 2,000.
To 2,000. So, and that's an estimate. We don't really know what they're going to find until they get in there and see how involved it is. During the surgery, the surgeon, depending on which way he goes, he'll probably go in through the bladder and then try and find out where the perforation is, and then decide whether or not we can even fix it. That's part of the whole, not really sure where this is gonna go. So he'll go in and he'll try and fix it. And so 1,500 to 2,000 is an estimate for, without having something printed out for you. Not really sure what all, I don't know if that's just the surgery itself. There's also anesthesia charges.
and how much would that be?
Can you pull up, let's pull up.
I just want to know like the maximum numbers.
Yeah.
I know.
Right.
Cause I'm doing like a GoFundMe thing. Cause there's
Okay.
no way I can get that much money in such
right.
short amount of time.
Okay.
And I just want to make things clear so I know how much to get.
Right.
You know.
Let's, anesthesia.
What is this called? Bladder?
There is no real good name for this. I don't know if he'd end up doing a PU on this cat. I don't know where the tear is. I don't know what's going on inside of this cat. I'm not really in on this case, so I couldn't tell you. I know that the emergency clinic tried to pass a urinary catheter and they couldn't get it, and they thought, the emergency clinic thought that there was a perforation in the urethra, so they couldn't get the catheter to go in. It's like it was going outside the urethra, so it wasn't going into the bladder. So anesthesia, we need to charge for anesthesia.
Got that one.
Pain meds for a cat.
Is that not?
We'll do injectable and probably extended release injectable.
That one? Or?
Do cat, is there
I don't think we have one for dogs.
go further, see what's further down.
Is it?
Less than 40. What's this one? Oh, this one. Go back.
That's
Go
fine.
back. Keep going down. That one. Is there not a cat one? And less than 40 is. Do that one. Pain one. Probably 4 or 5 days of hospitalization.
She said 7.
7 days then. Antibiotics, Vaseline, and probably injection, probably injectable antibiotic.
What is?
I don't know what it will be.
Oh.
Yeah. Do 3 per day, or yeah, do 3 per day, because I don't know how. Wait a minute, go back to the, you just did a total of 3. That's for one day, so if it's 7 days.
Oh, 3 per day?
Yeah.
1.
And then abdominal, just do like a abdominal exploratory. And put in the price, the 15 to 2,000. I don't know that there's a code or whatever. Override that charge to what Dr. Raines told you. Can you override the price?
And that was 1,500.
Do 2,000. Okay. Antibiotics, abdominal IV fluids.
And brain acidic. She wanted to run blood work too, so that's a 10-10.
Yeah, 10, and 11.
SX.
I don't know if it's IVSX because it's going to be, he's going to have IV in for like multiple days. It's not just for that day. So it's not IVSX. It's going to be a, hang on, I gotta remember the codes. 510. Is it? No.
That's an IV, isn't it?
No,
I got
we've
that.
already done that one. It's a 510. Yeah, 510. Shoot, I need all my. I know my codes are right.
Probably a couple of those.
That's just hospitalization.
Are all of those things like very necessary? Because
The fluids, yes, absolutely. The
Okay.
antibiotics, yes, absolutely.
That's
The
good. Yeah, we'll put it
anesthesia,
in hold,
obviously,
please.
yes.
Thank you.
okay.
The pain meds, pull your screen, I'll move it up, just move it. The pain meds, actually I've only quoted you for 1 injection of pain meds, and then whether or not they want to do more injections for pain meds per day may change, or if they go oral pain meds, which there's not really a good oral pain med for cats. It's usually the injection.
Okay.
And they would probably do that for a few days, so that technically could be for like count 3.
Okay.
Do a 199 and a 98. So IV catheter, bag, anesthesia, blood work, pain meds, hospitalization, intravenous antibiotics. So that's where we at now? 3120 is where we are right now.
Okay.
So the 2,000 is just for the doctor cutting the cat open and trying to find out what's going on. Everything else, the antibiotics, absolutely necessary. The hospitalization is the charge that we charge for the cat to stay every night. And that doesn't, you may have to take him to the emergency clinic over the weekend or if you just opt to leave it here, you know, that's always an option as well, depending on how well the cat's doing. I hate saying cat. What is his name?
Sugar.
Sugar. How well Sugar is doing.
Okay.
Dr. Raines definitely wanted to do blood work to see how our kidneys are functioning, to see if this is even an option to do the surgery.
And how much would that be?
To do the blood work, it's, we'd probably do a 15 out of 10.
What is it, 10, 15?
Yeah, 10, 15. And CBC, which is an 11. So take the Chem 10 off.
And I know this is an emergency situation, but how many days I may have to get the money?
Dr. Raines said we need to get in as quick.
I mean, he is, I mean, it sounds terrible, but he is in dire, he is dying. We need to get him in here to find out what's going on, because his kidneys will start shutting down if they have not already shut down. He's not, you probably need to bring him in. Is he leaking out any urine? He is leaking out urine? Okay, so he's not bleeding. So I don't know where all this urine is. Is it going into his abdomen? Is it all coming out? Where is the hole? Is there a hole? And that's what the exploratory is to find out exactly what's going on.
Okay.
Should be reprinting.
So can you
Yeah, she's printing it out for you.
okay, just, is that the maximum, or made it like the emergency vet thing could, it's not very, very much, right? Like,
Well, right now, if you to start with, if you just brought him in tomorrow to see where his kidneys and liver and see how his blood work look, you're looking at
Around 150.
150 to bring him in here and for us
$150.
to do just the blood work, nothing else. If the blood work is, if he's hanging in there and he's looking good and his blood work looks good and he's okay for surgery, then you start looking at all this other stuff.
Okay.
So now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a surgeon. And
Okay.
all of these things are things that I can think of as a technician that we would do for the surgery.
Okay.
So the Chem 15 and the CBC
Thank you for holding. This is Kelsey.
is
How
the
can I help
price that we would charge you to do the blood work. Everything else would have to do with the surgery. Now, if they get him in here and after the blood work, we're gonna have a doctor call you, or you can just make an appointment and just stay here and wait for the blood work.
Okay.
Do you think you would have time to come in tomorrow and just make an appointment, or would you have to drop him off in the morning?
I don't know if I have the money.
Don't have, okay.
Because my mom.
Right, that's fine. So initially, if we want to see if he's even able to have the surgery or
when we drop off again?
we just need to go ahead and decide that he's not doing well.
pick up then?
That would be the price,
Okay.
okay? I'm so sorry. I know this is really hard. I'm so sorry.
Give me just 1 second, please.
You're being so strong and brave. And I hope that you're able to rally some friends that maybe can help you out on this.
Okay.
Even if it's just the blood work to see where he is.
Okay.
Okay. You're so brave. I'm so sorry. So, if you have any questions tomorrow, if you want to talk to one of the doctors, they'd be glad to talk to you, okay?
So the what?
Yeah, Miss Long, it
15,000
looks like
is
I'm
only
booked
for
out.
emergency situation.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know that we've ever quoted you. They quoted you that here?
Yeah.
Someone called me and said like it will be around easily spending like $500 to $600,000 $1,000 up to 15,000.
If
Yeah, definitely do that.
Probably
And
if
then,
we
call
referred you,
Lakecrest
I'm
and
not
see if
even
they're
sure
little-
if we
Tell
have
them
a
that they're
doctor
little and
that
they'll
would
stay in
even
treatment.
attempt this
Yes,
surgery.
they told me like
Either treatment
I
or
should
they
go
have
to
like
the
a
emergency
small dog
specialist
place.
Yeah.
for
'Cause
this.
I don't know how
Right.
Lakecrest is, but
So you
call
would have to
them,
talk
they're
to the
a sister
emergency
clinic.
specialist.
Yeah.
You'd have to call
Yeah.
that clinic and get their estimate. This is
All right,
where
thank
if
you.
we did this at surgery here. So I
you,
don't know
Colin. This
how
is
much
Kelsey.
they
How can I
would
help you?
charge you there. You would have to go to that facility and get an estimate from them.
Do you have their information?
Let me see.
Because I honestly don't think I can pay like.
Yeah. It was the emergency
about?
clinic that you went to before.
I
Sounds
don't
good. I got
know.
them down.
You don't remember that you don't have any paperwork? With
I do have their information, but I wasn't
sounds
sure
good.
if they were talking about that one.
Thank
Right.
you. All right, bye.
Because they said there's not a lot of like specialists that can do
Yeah.
this.
Let me go
you
see.
for
Let me
holding.
check
This
with
is
one of my
Kelsey. How can I
doctors
help
and
you?
see if that she thinks that would be.
Okay.
How much do they weigh?